Now, you left in part to write this book, which is called Stonewall: My Fight for Truth Against the Forces of Obstruction, Intimidation, and Harassment in Obama's Washington. So what are the forces of obstruction and intimidation?
I think any journalist who's been covering Washington for a few years would agree, and they've agreed in letters written to the White House and in recognition given to the White House over its unprecedented secrecy and lack of FOIA responses and so on, that there is pressure coming to bear on journalists for just doing their job in ways that have never come to bear before. Now, there have always been tensions. There have always been calls from the White House under any administration, I assume, when they don't like a particular story. But it's particularly aggressive under the Obama administration, and I think it's a campaign that's very well organized, that's designed to have sort of a chilling effect, and to some degree has been somewhat successful in getting broadcast producers who don't really want to deal with the headache of it. Why put on these controversial stories that we're going to have to fight people on when we can fill the broadcast with other perfectly decent stories that don't ruffle the same feathers?
So are you saying that you and other reporters and journalists have made these observations, obviously, about this administration's hardball tactics? Are you saying that you personally got a lot of pushback from Obama administration officials, White House officials, on stories you were doing, or that they went over your head and tried to apply some pressure to your bosses?
Both. I mean, they worked through me, and they often went over my head to the bosses. I didn't always know when they did so, but they would sometimes refer to it later, or I would be copied on an email, or bosses would copy me on emails, and they would consistently tell me, even really the last year or so, if I would write an article online, which would be, you know, sort of the fallback position when something couldn't get on television but was still a great story that could be circulated, I'd publish it online. They would even call about those, or they would call about a headline that they didn't like about the online article. And these articles were perfectly defensible, legal, accurate, factual, legitimate, but I feel like we didn't defend them in some cases as strongly as we should have. When they call and bear that kind of pressure, I think it borders on inappropriate if it's a part of a campaign to sort of stop and influence and manipulate the reporting.
Well, what would some officials say to you? I mean, how is this more than the usual sort of working the refs that goes on every day in Washington?
Well, rather than providing the information that I think they're required to provide, the public information that we own, and answering questions, it's just a lot of obfuscation, accusations, saying things are phony scandals, bogus, not real, giving misinformation and false information. I mean, that's provably true in some cases, and then modifying it when they're caught doing so. If you try to go back at them for a piece of additional information and you say, you point out that what you said earlier isn't true, they may now in retrospect admit that, but craft a slightly different story. And it's just a tedious process that results in very little real information. And I believe the public owns the information that they're guarding as if there's some sort of corporation almost with PR officials, and that they think we're not entitled to see it or have it.
So, Cheryl, did you feel like at times you were fighting a two-front war with the administration in order to pry information and deflect these charges of what you're pursuing as bogus, and then with your own management team to try to get something on the CBS Evening News or CBS Sunday Morning?
I think that's true of me and of a lot of reporters now. So they do fight these battles on a multifaceted front. Part of that is the job. It's as expected. You have to defend and push your stories internally to get them on television. You have to fight the outside forces that don't like them. But I would say those two things combined were stronger and more forceful than they'd ever been in my 20 years at CBS the last couple of years.
You said in the end that leaving CBS News was an easy decision because you had reached a point where essentially you'd hit a wall and most of your stories weren't getting on the air, and you were coming up with what you believe was newsworthy original information, and it wasn't making air. But on a personal level, when you had to think about walking away from a place that had been your professional home for so long, talking to your husband about it, wasn't it hard?
It wasn't in the end, because they made it so easy to make the choice, because there was really nothing left meaningful for me to do, and it eased into that way of being the last couple of years. So
you could have at least served there until your contract had run out and just kind of shown up and done what they wanted you to do. You decided to take a stand.
I thought that too. I thought that really I think I could have stayed there as long as I wanted to, and done day of air stories and weather stories and reported for anything that was happening at the moment that they wanted me to do. But I found it increasingly difficult as a journalist to have such terrific access, probably better than I ever have had, to stories and sources and really good information, and yet have almost no outlet for what to do with it, and to disappoint people over and over again, to get sources to go out on a limb, to convince them to come forward, tell you what they know, and then have to go back to them after all of that time and time again and say, I know I said this was a really important story worth going out on a limb for, but actually nobody wants it. It's just this kind of thing you can't do to people.
Sharyl Attkisson, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.